Good morning. On this Tuesday, we're looking at conditions that are looking nice and quiet. There goes a bird there flying in our live view, another one there in Devil's Lake, as we're talking about some pretty sunrises around the valley and conditions that are quiet this morning. However, it doesn't feel so pretty out there. It's a cool start to our day today, but that's kind of our one issue greeting us as we're stepping out the door, as we're getting ready to head to where we need to be here this morning. So looking ahead for your travel today, expect to have the potential for some cool conditions this morning, and then we're looking at the potential for that chance for some rain coming up for this afternoon. So let's take a look at our temperatures. It's really quite chilly in northeastern North Dakota here. We're looking at 36 degrees in Rolla. Oh my goodness. That's within the range where it's possible at the surface, because temperatures are measured about 5 feet off the ground. At the surface, we could be near freezing within that range. So there's a possibility of some frost in that area. 36 degrees there. In Langdon, we're at 39 degrees, and other places seeing some temperatures that are in that low range. Again, Grand Forks, we have tied a record low at 42. Other places in the valley, Mahnomen is at 42 degrees. Fargo's at 48. We're looking at 43 in Park Rapids, and a couple of places still hanging on to 50. Fergus Falls, one of them, at 50 degrees right now, but it's cool for July standards. Here's a look at our wind. Pretty light this morning, looking at wind speeds less than 10 miles per hour. In general, out of the north at this point in time. Radar and satellite map quiet for us in the valley. We've got a few clouds drifting into eastern North Dakota, but you see there's more where that came from out west, and rain associated with it too, as we're watching for our next shot here coming in. As the morning goes on, this will continue to march eastward. Question is how much of this holds together as it moves toward us here in the valley. Of course, we want to talk about what's going on in the East Coast as well. They've been seeing that incredible amount of flooding. They're still dealing with rain in Vermont. Here's Burlington right here, eastern New York as well. But the system itself, all that rain is lifting northward. There's a lot of rain up in northern parts of Maine as well. But conditions will really start to improve as the day goes on today. Here in the valley, again, we're seeing our chances for rain ramping up. So as we get into the later morning, it'll be approaching our western communities. And by noon, you could see some showers affecting places like the James River Valley, with more clouds taking over at that point. Temperatures in the lunch hour in the 60s. And then this afternoon, some of us never get out of the 60s. We've got the clouds taking over, blocking out that sun. So we won't be as bright, and we won't be as warming up as quickly. There will be some areas getting into the 70s. And then there'll be that chance for some scattered to isolated rain. But again, it may be falling apart as it moves eastward into the valley. So by later tonight, temperatures low 60s, and with a little bit more of a south wind kicking in, that should help to keep our temperatures from dropping as much this morning. Looking at some 70s again tomorrow, a chance for some scattered rain, some thunderstorms possible too. And then into Thursday, more opportunities at rain, and you see the heat builds back in for the day on Thursday into the mid 80s, and Friday warm as well. This weekend stepping back a little bit, but still looking like a nice weekend. And next week, there's the heat, looking at some temperatures back into the 80s, and getting into that near 90-degree range by next Thursday.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. If you're worried that things are starting to turn cool a little too soon for us here, no, we've still got some sunshine.
That was me.
Yeah.
That was me all week.
It is a little bit worrying, especially after the winter we just went through. But no, we've got more summer on the way.
Great.
That's what we like to hear. Thank you, Lisa.